say I ain't no good, and I'm crazy as a loon. Cause I shave my head in the morning, pick guitar in the afternoon. Just like old Chief and Charlie, I like to lay around in the shade. Well, I ain't got no money, but you better believe I got it made. Cause I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, just leave this bald-headed country boy alone.
Thank y'all for tuning into the Josh Terry podcast. Today is one of our spotlight shows. You get to hear some of the sponsors at the beginning of the episode, and I give you a little bit of information on them. I don't give you too much because the goal is to have a sponsor come in here and talk about their business or who they're associated with. And one of the ones is here with me today. So we're going to talk for a little bit, and you guys are going to find out all about Mr. Blake Brummett. Did I get it right?
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't fuck it up. I thought I was going to mess it up. So tell them the name of your business and all that good stuff, and then we're going to let them find out a little bit about you.
All right. So we're Jarrow Electric Company right here out of Cochran, Georgia. We do industrial, commercial, and residential electrical services. Very few residential, but we do it if you want to pay for it, because we're mostly industrial. So we do from new warehouses to putting a receptacle on the line. I mean, we pretty much do it all. We're very dedicated, and we're gonna do you right. We ain't gonna throw you under the bus or tell you or charge you extra for something we didn't do. That's just how we work, So.
And what are you, the project manager?
Yes, sir. I'm the project manager.
That's cool. I have drove past. I guess y'all's building is the one on the end of town, right? Like when you go.
No,
that's not. I'm so confused.
No, that's Greg,
Okay.
JIC's. Ours is on Coley Station down there where Eric lives. So.
Oh, okay. Dude, I'm so confused half the time. You would think that now that I'm here in Cochran for the station here for the next little bit, I said station like I'm fucking in the military. Now that I have a studio here in Cochran, that I would know more.
Right.
And I get confused about so many people, what they do, and everything now.
I'm still learning. I've only lived here for 2 years. I live
Where are you
in
from?
Dublin. I'm from Red Bay, Alabama. That's where I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah. I moved to Dublin.
We got to end the show now. I don't let Alabama.
I actually lived in Mississippi, so right on the state line.
Mississippi's better. I don't have a problem with Mississippi.
Yeah, I lived on the state line. Went to school in Red Bay.
Okay.
Graduated in Red Bay. I worked in Red Bay. I worked at Sunshine Mills. They transferred me down to Dublin, Georgia, to run a pet food plant there. I was plant manager and maintenance manager there.
You're like 31 though, right?
Yeah, I was plant manager at 22.
God, I have really messed up my life. I'm 35 trying to succeed. You are a plant manager at 22?
I went downhill, though, and then I finally came back up. But
I got you.
I had to grow up.
Dude, don't we all?
Yeah.
Tell me how you did it, because I'm still struggling with that. Every day I'm learning what moderation is now, but I'm still not learning what it's not like to be a man child. I'm still a man child.
It's tough. Kids help me a lot, and
same.
I have two now, 6-year-old and a 7-month-old. So a 6-year-old girl, a 7-month-old boy.
Oh, congratulations!
And appreciate it. And it really, the kids help me a lot. They really helped me figure out what I wanted to do in life. If I wanted to keep being a screw up, or if I really wanted to.
Dude, same.
I mean, I was kind of behind the scenes a screw up. Everybody thought I was a good guy. And I was. I didn't go kill somebody or steal cars or nothing like that. But I was dabbling in drugs and stuff. And so I came out. I hid it from my mom and dad, but when I moved here, man, I was like, man, I'm free game down here. Nobody knows me. So I went wild as hell for 6 years, and I finally had to resign, and I went back home for 2 months and cleaned up. And
that's good. I'm proud of you. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have to go through that. I think, though, that it makes us a lot of people, it just cripples them.
It does.
But to me, the mistakes that I made when I was young,
Yeah.
I
part of your
really
life, man.
can't look back at it and be mad at it.
It's part of your life. That's
Yeah.
like people like, man, you did drugs. Yeah, hell yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I lived my life, I made a mistake, but
At least you did them in your
yeah,
20s.
right. And I
You
ain't
know,
doing them now.
Yeah, yeah. At least
mean,
you got it out of your system.
Yeah, I did it. I screwed up. Hell, I'm a lot better person now because of it. I wouldn't change a thing if I could go back.
I have those moments all the time where I look back at me at 18 to 22 where I was just a complete piece of shit.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, man, you know how much I learned from that? Rock bottom teaches you shit that the
Man.
top never could.
I went from having plant manager, making $90,000 a year. I had a brand new truck, had a brand new side by side, brand new boat, a house. I filed bankruptcy, lost everything.
Whew,
Living home with mom and dad.
damn.
That's where I went.
And we've all been
And thank
there.
God they were there because I've been living
yeah.
on the street.
Well, if I had to go back to the house now at 35,
Oh man.
I get a cardboard box.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. I would live on the street.
Yeah, I would.
There's
There's
no
no
way.
way.
There's no way.
Your
I
home
love
life-
my mom and dad, but I could.
I love
couldn't do it.
mine, but there's zero chance in hell.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll find one of them homeless shelters now.
Yeah, we
I
go
just-
see them about once a month, and that's all. I'm good.
Mine live right up the road, and I can't tell you the last time I saw them. Like, it's probably been 2 or
Right.
3 months.
Yeah.
I don't know. I try to, which I guess you're away from your hometown and stuff and all that kind of stuff. Eastman's my hometown.
Right. I'm sorry.
And yeah, I used to love the fact that I was from there.
Right.
But the older I get, the more you figure out that the people in your hometown aren't the ones rooting for you.
No.
Man, I've got like buddies that own businesses that are good as hell to me, that want to see me succeed, that have helped me in cases and everything. But if it's somebody else that's just getting up, going to work every day, and they're mad at their life,
Right.
man, they're probably the ones that's sitting there and report you shit.
Oh man, yeah.
They're the ones that want to see you
There's
fail.
people back home that know how I used to be, and man, they just don't give you a chance.
Yeah.
Second chance. I believe in second
Oh.
chances, man.
I don't. I've always said that as long as you earn a second chance, you
Right.
ought to get one.
That's right.
But like this, I've been to places around Eastman, and they still look at me, and I've earned my way out of it. Like
Right.
I've earned my way of not being that person
That's right.
anymore. And there's still people that's just like, oh, he's gonna do something fucked. Like they look at you.
They hold it on you.
Yeah, and this is
your
like,
whole
why?
life. And you've changed. You've proved that you're not
Yeah.
that person no more.
Yeah, that shit just blows my mind when
Yeah,
you run into
I know.
folks.
Mine
And
too.
I try to stay. The point was I try to stay out of Eastman as much as I can.
Right.
The only reason I go there is to eat Chinese food. That's the
They got a
only
good Chinese restaurant.
shit. Everybody else is gonna hate me for saying this. There is a place in Eastman that's called the Chinese Chef. It has been there. It's the only Chinese place that we've ever had my
have never been
entire
there.
life. And when it's on, it is popping. But I'll tell you a funny story, and this is probably, I don't care. They ain't like they fucking listen to it. So during COVID, the original owners still had it. And from what I've been told, they sold it to the new owners. And their agreement was, hey, you can't have a Chinese restaurant within 100 miles or whatever, which most companies would do,
Right,
right? Like
right.
no compete.
That's right.
They opened up a Japanese.
I've ate at the Japanese one.
Okay, that's the original Chinese chef owners.
Oh, okay.
That's the originals. So they fucked up. They didn't open up. They just started putting hibachi on the menu, but you can still order the same
Chinese
stuff they
stuff.
used to do at the other ones. It's
Right.
not a Chinese place.
Yeah, I've ate at the Japanese one.
Okay, you have to go to it's before you get to Dairy Queen. It's in that old shopping center where it's next to
Oh, yeah,
Hibbett's.
yeah.
Chinese Chef. Their buffet, when it's on,
No,
it's
I take
popping.
that back. I have walked in the door. It was so packed out we couldn't sit down, and we was on lunch, so we left. When I
Damn.
went to take all my guys to lunch one day in Eastman because we're doing a job at Valence Surface Technologies right there by the airport, and they're doing a big addition. We're doing all the electrical work for them, and I go over there and take my guys out for lunch, and it's so packed we can't even get in there. So we end up going to the pizza buffet.
Yeah. I hate that fucking place. I hate it because of their staff.
Yeah.
Well, they're old staff.
Yeah.
So they used to have people at the I don't even know. I think it might have been called Minix back then or some shit.
Right.
Back when I used to go. But it was where they had some people that worked there, and you just, if you ever looked at somebody and it was like they're spitting in my food, like know that they're spitting in, like there's one dude I went to school with that still works there.
Right.
He's a sweet old boy. But there were folks that literally you look at them, it's like they're putting their finger, they're spitting in my. I'm not eating here.
No,
Like, this is and I went the other day and they were just rude.
Yeah.
I'm never coming back. But the Chinese place, when it is on, and it took us forever because we're Southern, we don't know shit about Chinese food, right? So I used to get mad. I'd go to other places and I'd order sesame chicken. And nowhere on the planet has the same sesame chicken as them. No. Nowhere. And it's sesame chicken and sweet and sour mix is what they make.
Right.
That's why, I mean, they have their own thing.
Okay, they do their
and
own.
It's like, yeah, this shit's banging. Nobody else does it. I remember the first time I ordered sesame chicken somewhere else, and I was pissed. I was like, what is this brown bullshit that you're giving me?
So they do a sweet and sour sesame chicken over there?
Yeah, theirs is like a mixture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but also, too, the Japanese place, the places that originally came up with it, they do their sesame chicken. And it's good.
So it's the same stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. I don't know how the fuck they got away with it, but I was thinking to myself, during COVID, this is probably genius. Like, when somebody told me the story, it's like, okay, you bailed yourself out and started a new business all at the same time. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And capitalize off of it because they look like they're doing good. I mean, every time I go in there, there's a lot of people there because I eat at that one a lot, the Japanese place.
Yeah, Me's is fire. But like I said, that's the original. She used to holler at me when I walked in there. At the old one, she'd make fun of me because all I would do is pile up one big plate of sesame chicken and rice. And she'd be like, why you no order just set lot sesame chicken? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I didn't know that was an option.
Right.
This is already on the buffet. I don't want to wait.
Right.
Yeah. She always
just go ahead and get it and be done with it.
Yeah. I'll get canceled for doing a Chinese accent. I don't give a fuck. I've dealt with a lot of shit lately to where the show's getting bigger and you'll have like, not critics, you'll have some keyboard critics or whatever be like, if it gets any bigger, you can't say that. And I was like, well, I don't know if I want to get any bigger.
Really?
Yeah, you get assholes. But so next year, I didn't get my stuff in time for this year. You'll actually be the first person to know because I just found out about it, and then the listener will. Is next year we'll be a host, I shouldn't say host. We will have a press pass for CMA Fest and everything next year.
Holy shit! Wow.
Yeah, so like our buddies this year already have it,
Right.
and they were telling me how to get it that have a show up there.
Right.
And since I do a writers round and
That's
I do
right.
and I host a lot of artists and everything, I'll have a press kit next year, and it'll be where I can just go do whatever.
Wow. Just yourself, or can you take?
I hope I can take some people. I don't want to walk around by my damn self.
Right.
I'm gonna have to make up a whole ass staff. Like
That would be sweet.
I'm gonna have to have 4 or 5 people that's just like, yeah, whatever. Like you,
Yeah.
This guy runs my cameras. This guy runs our soundboard.
Right.
We got to do this.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Well, I've the past 2 years I've had people try to get me to come up for CMA Fest, and I hate it. I hate that many people.
Right.
I am the only person that probably works in social media or does what I do for a living that hates people. I don't like large crowds. Yeah. I don't like my
nervous.
anxiety. Yeah, like
too.
I like to be in situations I can control.
Yeah.
And the second that control is out of my hands, I am losing my shit.
Well, it's like the job I do. I'm in control most of the time.
Yeah.
We have to listen to the customer. They're our boss, but at the same time, I'm in control of my guys. And when it comes to if I go to a big convention or something, man, I start getting bad anxiety, man.
You being project
trips
manager,
me
what
out.
do you actually do?
So, say I started a Monday off. If there's a job that the guys don't know about, I go and line them up on that job, make sure the materials is there. People will call throughout the week and make schedule appointments for looking at this work, looking at another job. So I'll go in and I'll get material list for that job. I'll quote it, send them the quote. There's times we have people work around the shop. I help them, stay lined up. I'm pretty flexible. I just kind of float around and help make sure everybody's they're doing their job for one, that they're doing their job. What's the word? Neatly, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, making sure they're up to the standard of us, and which all of our guys are. We're a crew of 14. We only hire people we know. I mean, we'll hire them, but if
Yeah.
they're not going to work out, they don't hang out long. So.
If this shit don't work out, will y'all hire me?
Yeah.
I can't do anything. I would fuck up so fast.
It's really not that bad. I mean, you do what you're told. That's your job. I mean, you know, there's five league guys that we have, and then I'm the project manager, and Eric is also he's the owner, project manager, and it's they know they are the electricians.
Is his wife's name Stacy?
It is.
I know exactly who it is. I don't know why it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like I don't know this man, and it just I don't know what just clicked.
Yeah, Eric, Stacy, that's it.
We used to go to the beach with them.
Yeah,
like with their whole family and some people from Eastman. Yeah. It just like it. I can see his face.
She's from Eastman.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can see his face and hers so clear now.
Yeah, that's him.
Damn, this is a small world.
It is.
That's crazy. So where all do y'all? I'm sure y'all don't. Not just based here. I mean, I know your office is here, but y'all probably work everywhere, don't you?
We work mainly in Macon. We do a lot of work at Macon for Nichihah. They make cider board. We work at P&G in Albany, Procter & Gamble. They make Charmin and Bounty toilet paper and paper towels. We work at West Fraser here in Dudley and Lake Butler, Florida. We've went to South Carolina for Pactive. They do plastic cups up there. We had a big shutdown 3 years ago over there. We work at Pactive here in Macon. I'm trying to think of other places. Norbord in Alabama. We travel. If you want to pay it, we're going to travel.
I got you.
Because we out of town work.
How does somebody that's out of state go about getting in touch with y'all? Like,
a lot of people that we've done that was out of state, it's companies we've worked for before.
Yeah.
But if you're from out of state, we got a website, JECO.com, or also you can listen to this podcast and hit me up.
Yeah, I think your phone number is at the beginning of it.
Yeah. So my phone number is 478-279-3308.
Great cue. You picked up on a great cue there.
Yeah. So, but it's just we really go by word of mouth. Like I said, this is the first advertisement we done one with 13 WMAZ 2 years ago about LED lighting.
Yeah.
We do tons of lighting for a lot of different customers.
Like LED lighting, like what?
So like your lights here in your ceiling,
yeah,
we change them over to LED, and they'll never go out.
Really?
I mean, eventually, they're eventually going to go out. It's just the technology's not there completely, but that you don't have to worry about a ballast because you'll bypass the ballast. You put an LED bulb in there.
I think that's what somebody came in here and did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. I just remember me having to switch to a smaller bulb.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm not good with any of that shit. When it comes to
you take there's a ballast in there. It's probably 8 inches by 3 or 4 inches. You unwire it, you take it out, or you can leave it. Just unwire it. You wire up your tombstones directly to 120. Put your bulb in there, and it goes. We do it everywhere, all over Cochran. We do it in Macon. I mean, we've done it.
What's the difference in just LED and?
It's cheaper on your power bill.
Yeah.
It's probably 20% cheaper throughout the year. Like the Bank of Cochran, Citizens Bank of Cochran, we done theirs, and they said they saved $1,000. I think it was overall.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean it helps a lot. Like any lights, like that bulb right there looks like LED. I mean, it's just any lights we do. I'm quoting a project actually in Tyson, the warehouse, distribution warehouse, and they're adding a new parking lot, and they want to upgrade all their lights to LED. They have old halogens, so that's 400 watt bulb.
Yeah.
That's pulling 2 or 3 amps. You swap to a LED, it pulls a quarter of an amp. So that cuts your power bill, way down off your lights running all night long.
And y'all do that for, I mean, obviously you got to give them a quote and everything.
Right. Yeah. Most
but-
time we type a quote up. I go see them. I type a quote up, and then I'll send it to them, and then they'll call me. Let me know yes or no. Most of the time they say yes. Let's go ahead and do it. Like Nietzsche, we've upgraded their whole plant to LED.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a major project.
Besides for that, what else? Like if somebody already had an existing business, what else like services do y'all offer?
Depends on the business, but as like a commercial site, we go in and say you had an old water heater, and you want to put an instant in. We do service for that. It's all electrical, so we run a electrical circuit over to it. There's a lot of places that they want to move a receptacle from here to over there, say 20 feet. We reroute this receptacle. We do a lot of motor control stuff.
Motor control.
So motor control is like a process of, say this, I'm used to the Sunshine dog food, so we have to mix the feed. So that's a motor control start. So you have to have a start button to make everything come on.
Okay.
So that takes a lot of controls, PLCs. We work at Cayman a lot. They do a lot. We've been doing a lot of programming for them. Not programming. We do the wiring. They do the programming. So we pull all the wire, terminate all the wire, and they program it. But the motor control side back in the day, they done all hardwire stuff. So it was a push button, start stop, to a starter, from the starter to the motor. So we push button start. It turns the starter on, and then the starter sends the 480 out to the motor, which makes the motor come on. We do a lot of motor control stuff.
Okay.
So
I don't understand anything you just said. I hope who's ever listening needs y'all service too.
yeah, I hope so
I
too.
don't fucking understand.
There's really nothing that we can't do.
Yeah.
If you throw it at us, we do from lights on the side of the road to putting a whole new warehouse electrical, because that's what we're doing at P&G right now. What we're about to start is a whole new warehouse. I think it was, don't quote me on this, but it's a 500 by 500 square foot warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been 6 months ago since I quoted it, but it's a pretty good addition, and we're doing that. That's a 1 point. No, I think it's $1 million job. That's what it is. $1 million job.
I'm in the wrong business.
Yeah, we're starting it. We've already started a little bit, on little side stuff that we got to get ready for that. But we're putting receps in, LED lights. It's just a storage warehouse. We're putting in fire system, exhaust fans, supply fans on a PLC cabinet that'll, you tell, I want all of them on. I only want 6 of them on. I only want 4 of them on. Got a lot of dock doors with the dock locks. So if anybody has, when, I don't know if you know, but the truck will back up to the door.
Mm-hmm.
So then the truck driver or the guy, they open the gate up and it lays down in the back of the truck. And there's a lock on the bottom, and it'll lock the trailer in so it can't move. So we've done a lot of that at Tyson also. There's 120 doors up there.
Shit.
That we done on those. We had to rewire a bunch of stuff, so we done all that. I mean, there's nothing we can't do, and if we can't do it, we'll point you in the right direction, or we'll figure it out.
Well, let me ask you, because one of the things that I try to relate to the businesses that come in here, sponsor the show or whatever, or just want to get their business out there, is the why. Because I like folks to get to know y'all,
Right.
And everything. I'm sure y'all have competitors that do the same thing that you do or whatever. If you had to simplify it, just a simple answer to why somebody that needs your services should go with you instead of one of your competitors. What's your selling tool there?
Probably the dedication and trustworthy. Because we're going to do exactly what we tell you we're going to do, and if something changes, we're not going to do anything without you giving us permission. We're not going to go just do it and then charge you extra $10,000 because we did this. We're going to do exactly what we tell you we're going to do. And if you want to change it, that's fine. But the dedication's there. We're going to be there from sun up to sundown, whether a plant's down. If, say, your studio was down, you called us, the power went out, we're going to be over here until we figure it out. We're not leaving until we do. that's the dedication and trustworthy is probably the best thing that and the I'm trying to think. I've lost my words here.
Oh, you're good. You're doing great. I'm actually surprised. You're doing really good.
Shit. I can't think of it. Can't think of what I was gonna say.
It's okay. We still got a few more minutes. If you remember, you can tell her. All right, tell everybody. I like the fact that that's where you went with first, though, is the trustworthy.
Yeah.
One of my biggest things is I don't like to be surprised on a bill.
Right.
When I have to have like some commercial work done here or
right.
whatever, is if you start off by telling me that it's going to be $10,000.
Yeah.
And something changes, at least give me the opportunity to say
yes or no.
Yes or no.
Yeah.
Don't just go ahead and do it.
No, we will not do that. That's one thing about us. We're not going to do anything until we're given the go ahead.
Yeah.
Now, even if I think it's a good idea to move that receptacle over to there, and you're like, no, I don't really need that right now. I'm just running a drop cord over there. I'm like, okay, well, that's not really safe, but okay, if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. You do what you want to
I like how you went with unsafe looking in here. There's cords everywhere.
Yeah.
I've tried my best to make it to where it's a little bit safer.
Yeah.
But I guess if I'd have had y'all come in here, it would have been okay.
Yeah, that's part of it. That's another thing. The NEC code is the minimal.
Yeah.
On electrical, it's electrical standards. That's the minimum. We always go a step above because that's our reputation.
Yeah.
You know, and when somebody comes in and say, man, they should have run rigid conduit here, which is a thicker coating conduit instead of EMT. It's real thin. If you hit it, it'll bend. But code says you can run EMT here, but we run rigid or aluminum.
Yeah.
You know, it's just it holds up better. If forklift traffic, you just gotta stay above everybody, and that's how we are.
That's a good way to do it, to keep people coming back and needing you.
We have a lot of repeats, and then there's a lot of people that will call us and want us to do a quote, and we'll do it, and then now they're our customer.
Yeah.
You know, so we've gained a lot since I've been here. We've gained a lot of customers since I've been here.
Well, if everybody's as friendly as you and it seems like they're as hardworking as you, I imagine y'all's reputation.
Oh man,
is
we
really good.
We have a hell of a crew. We really do. Probably one of the best crews since I've been here. So we have, like I said, we have 14 of us counting the owner, me. There's 12 of us 12 of them in the field, and then me and Eric, and we're very hardworking and very trustworthy and dedicated.
You can tell, especially.
We love what we do. That's the thing. We love. I eat, sleep, dream this job. Man, I love it.
That's awesome.
It's just.
Well,
they say you don't work you never work a day in your life if you do what you love, and this is what I do.
They lied. I hate that quote. It might work for y'all.
It does for me.
I absolutely love what I do, and I probably work less hours than anybody.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I hate the behind the scenes stuff.
Oh yeah.
The more than anything.
Yeah.
Like when the camera turns on or when the mics turn on, I'm happy. I'm cool. But outside of that, God, I hate it.
Well, it's like me being, I'm like I said, I'm a project manager, and so during the day I have a lot of stuff going on, but in the evenings when I get home, you can ask my wife, I'm so dedicated to this job. I'm constantly emailing, texting, calling, making sure my guys are lined up for the next day. And a lot of people don't see that. They just think I just ride around in the truck and quote jobs and fuck off all day. But I don't.
That's what my dad does.
But and there's days that I have some easy days like this week. I'm the only guy here. Eric's on vacation, so man, it's been hell. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I've handled everything, but I've worked a lot of hours this week, so it takes a lot of dedication to this job and a lot of heart.
Well, I appreciate you coming and hanging out for a little bit,
with
that busy schedule this week.
Yeah, I do too. I appreciate it.
Anytime, dude. I'm glad that y'all. I like doing business with good people, and I'm so picky about the people I will allow to be on the show, as sponsors, whatever. Because last thing I want is to ever put anybody's name out there, and then somebody message me and be like, "These people did a shit job." Yeah. Like I don't even know why you have them on there. Like, don't ever recommend these people to me again. Right. And I'm blessed enough to where I can be picky. Like,
Right.
I don't have to take some asshole off the street
That's
just
right.
because they want to throw money at me.
Right.
It's like I'm going to pick and choose who I want to do stuff with. Right. And the reputation that y'all have around here is so good. And then meeting with you and then knowing who the owner, I already knew, I just was kind of confused.
Right.
But now it's right in my head who the hell he is.
Yeah.
I know that it's just a family-run business too.
It is,
Like
yes.
And it's what whenever you're going to spend that much money, you want to be comfortable with who you're going to spend it with.
Right.
And I imagine that is one of y'all's biggest selling
Oh, it
tools.
is.
Tool.
We come in and make people feel welcome, or I don't know how we make them feel welcome. We're at their place, but we try to be close to them, and make them feel good that everything's done right. And then if there's a problem, when we leave, and if they have a problem with it, we're going to fix it no charge, because that was our mess up. And that very rarely happens, but we will.
No. I wish some people around here would take that.
Yeah.
And try to do that.
There's a lot of people that in our industry that will do something, turn right around. They say they didn't do it that way. They'll double charge them for the same job that they were supposed to do right the first time.
Yeah.
That's
I'm fighting with an internet company still around here.
Yeah.
I want to drop their name, but I'm not going to.
Right.
So shout out to Nobles Networking for all the help that you've given me. And Nobles Networking not only runs our internet here at the studio, but also at my house. You guys should definitely look them up. They do a great job. That's how me and you got hooked up.
That's right. I
through
also
Chris.
use them. Nobles Network.
Yeah.
They're wonderful.
Worst customer service I've ever dealt with, almost. That was American, that I could understand them anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Was an internet company around here. And when I first started, I thought I was going to go out of business.
Because of the internet.
I didn't think there was another option here.
Oh, wow.
And then Chris just came out of nowhere, and thank God he did, because that other company, they need to take some advice from you guys. Y'all probably aren't very far from their home office.
I know.
Yeah, you're probably not very far from their office either. But they. I don't know if y'all got good connections with them.
We do. We use their internet, but as far as my place, they wouldn't bring. Because I live behind the shop. I bought a new camper, and I'm living in a camper for 5 years, and then I'm going to build a house. But they wouldn't bring the fiber to me, so I reached out to Chris, and I think that's his name, ain't it? Chris?
Yes, Chris Nobles.
Chris Nobles. I reached out to him and got internet through him. So, but another thing about our company, we do kind of an apprenticeship program with people that's graduating high school.
That's cool.
Yeah, so they'll come in. They probably don't know a damn thing about electrical or mechanical or anything, but we like to put them. We'll leave them at the shop for a few weeks just to see how they take orders, mow the grass, clean the connects, clean the trailers out, clean the trucks up, change the oil, change brakes. Do little mechanical stuff here and there, because a lot of our job is mechanical.
Yeah.
Even though we are electricians, 80% of our job is mechanical work. We're screwing screws, putting bolts in, putting cabinets up. A lot of it's mechanical, so we train them on that, and then we put them out in the field with our lead guys and start letting them learn that. If they make it that far.
Yeah.
If they don't make it that far, as soon as they come in the door, they get OSHA 10 trained, which I had never had. I've been OSHA trained, but not 10.
What's the difference?
So OSHA 10 is a 10-hour class.
Okay.
So you got 10, 30, and then train the trainer, which is I could go into, if I had train the trainer, I could go to a big plant and train everybody there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so we give everybody OSHA 10 right off the bat. So your first day, you do OSHA 10. It don't matter if you leave or not. It's something you can take with you for the rest of your life. You're OSHA trained.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, we do that with everybody. Everybody walks in the door first day.
Yeah, that makes me like y'all a little bit more, just for the fact that I'm not the biggest person on going to college anymore.
Yeah.
I don't really see the need in it.
No, I went to college. I didn't graduate.
Yeah, I know.
Because I was plant manager and maintenance manager.
Yeah, why would
the
you
hell
need
with
to?
it? I don't need college.
There's too many jobs out there that if you learn a skill,
right,
you're set for the rest of your life. And why not learn while getting paid? Even get paid the bare minimum while you're learning is still better than going to college and paying to learn something and not guaranteed a job.
That's right. So you can go to college and work it, and go to college at night and go through this job with us, and man, you will step up so quick because you're learning the basics of electrical. Yeah. Also, you're working hands on, and that's how I learned so fast. When I started as electrical maintenance guy, I didn't even know a damn thing about electrical besides how to wire a receptacle.
Yeah.
They asked me if my first day wire that motor. I said, I don't know how. I have no idea. This has been 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And now I don't know everything. I still learn every day.
Sound like you know a damn lot. I like you doing pretty good to me.
Yeah, I do. I know a lot. It's just there's a lot more to learn.
I got you. Well, one more time before we get off here, and thank you once again for coming to hang out a little bit and being a sponsor on the show, all of y'all. But tell them once again how they can get in touch with you and all that good stuff, and then we'll let you get back to work, dude.
All right. Well, my name is Blake Brummett. Once again, I'm project manager for JECO Electric. You can contact me on my cell phone. It's 478-279-3308, and the office is 478-934-7707. Or you can hit me on my email. My work email is blake@jeroelectric.com.
Sounds good. Well, I sure appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Anytime. And thank each and every one of y'all for listening to the Josh Terry podcast. Don't forget, next week, June the 16th, Hummingbird, Macon, Georgia, 1 week from today. Taylor Austin Dye, Mark Ori, and myself for Josh Terry's Honky Tonk Nights. Go look up this man right now on social media, and if you need his services, don't be shy. I wasn't shy reaching out to you. Or you reaching out to me?
No.
You're easy to talk to.
We also have a Facebook. It's JECO Electric Company on Facebook also, if y'all want to look at it.
There you go.
We're also looking for a lead guy and a helper if somebody needs a job.
Who does it right there?
Right.
If somebody wants to work,
3
you got
years
a great
experience,
opportunity.
Yeah, 3 years experience on leadership role, and helper, you don't really have to have anything. It'd be nice, but we'll take you in and teach you all you need to know.
Out of those two
As long as
positions,
you
out
can
of those
work.
two positions, which one would you hire me for?
The helper.
Don't answer that.
The helper.
There you go. I wouldn't give myself a lead. Shit. All right, folks. Well, thank y'all for listening to the show. We'll catch you next time.